back. I have a fun 12 by 12 layout. I'll be using the leaf from the Fall Leaf Mini Album by ScrapDiva Designs. I'm also going to be using the Fall Shaker Plate. I'll show that later. I'm using the 12 by 12 page in my album and this beautiful picture of the leaves changing in my neighborhood. I've already gone ahead and distressed some papers. That takes some time, but I went ahead and used aged mahogany, spiced marmalade, and scattered straw distress inks, and look at how pretty that looks. I used my brushes and I just did some ink blending, and that took us some time, but I really love the way it looked. And I actually used the glittery paper from Michaels and it came out kind of shimmery. I really like it, but now I want to add in a couple of details to these distressed papers, and I'm going to use the leaf die to cut out the leaves from these distressed papers, and it's going to look really pretty. I wanted something different than just colored paper. So let's go ahead and add some interest to these pieces. I'm also using the word fall and colors to die cut out of these papers out of the scraps. So let's go ahead. This is my box where I do all my splatters and my inking and stuff using some shimmery mist. I don't know the name of it. I don't even know if this company is still available. I've had this in my stash for years. I'm also using the gold metallics watercolors from Michaels. It's just a simple little palette. Nothing really special or a name. Is just a generic little brand, but it works really well. I'm also using white paint and adding a little bit of water and splattering that on. This is my favorite thing to do, just making a mess. This is so fun. Using my heat gun, I went ahead and dried that quickly because I do want to cut my my leaves. And from regular cardstock, I'm using the Fall Shaker Plate in one of the matching leaves and the outline to the words fall and colors. Then with the scraps, I'm cutting out the words, the actual letters, and I'm also cutting them out from foam to pop it up a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing here, gluing the foam to the colored paper to the back paper, just to add a little bit of dimension on that. And it's really easy and really fun. I love when the words all come together and I don't have to pick apart too much the letters. So this is perfect. I even love the font of these letters. They're so pretty. Good job, Erica. I'm picking these fonts. Okay, so now let's get to my 12 by 12 page. Look at this. Isn't this pretty? I've also decided I cut out the burgundy leaf from the whitest die, and I didn't like it, and I ended up making it smaller, thinking I might even use those little outline pieces, but I didn't use them. Gluing the leaves onto the backing of that burgundy paper, I think it brings out and it pops it up even more, even the little details where the leaf is cut. Isn't this pretty? This is a street that I take a walk in my neighborhood, and it faces somewhat of my area, and I thought it was really pretty. You can tell the leaves are changing, and it's so beautiful. I love it. There's a whole row in a street here in my area where one side is orange and the other side is red, and I love those leaves. Those trees are so pretty. So this is what I'm doing, backing the leaves, the ones that were halved, because I knew I wanted to use them on the sides, kind of popping off of the page. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. Remember, I used the Fall Shaker Plate to cut out the smaller, tinier leaves. I'm going to add that in as a bit of a scatter. I thought that would be a great touch, and the colors match perfectly. Fall, autumn, the leaves falling, the crisp air, that is my favorite time of the year. That's when I know the fun is gonna begin, with the weather, just coziness, blankets, and the fireplace is gonna start going on. I just love that. So these are the little leaves that are scattering, and this is the point where I forgot, hey, I need to add in my fall color little words, and that bottom leaf, as you could see, was kind of cut off, but that was the perfect placing for my fall color. So I'm adding gold to give it a kind of a nod to the little gold specks on the leaves, but it was way too much glittery. So I added cardstock that was like that brown color, brown paper bag color. That's what I want to call it. And that is going to help my letters pop up. I do add in journaling later on, and that's hand letter, cursive writing. And that's pretty much my layout. I thought that was great. I know the leaves are pretty big, and I love being able to use them on my 12 by 12 layouts. This is how it turned out. You can even see the detail and the specks of the distress ink, the paint, the mist. Oh, I love it. It turned out great. This is one of my favorite times of year, and I hope I really captured it in this layout. Thanks for stopping by. Check out the code Veronica for ScrapDiva Design discount. Get your dies. It's going to be beautiful time of the year, and you're going to want to use those leaf dies for your crafts. Until next time,